all go, safety's off, and it works. Okay, lastly, when I put that little spring and ball in, I take a syringe. I've got a grease syringe. It's STOS, Ponson's Warren. It's a reloading grease. And I shoot a little bit of grease right in the hole. And then I drop that ball in. Drop the ball in. Then I put a little more grease in it. And I put the spring in. And what that'll do is, next time I take it apart, that thing isn't going to get lost. Okay, now this is kind of tricky to do. We're going to line the trigger housing up with the action, or the air tube. So what I do is I look at the holes and I just kind of roll it on. I look to try to line the two holes up, and then I roll from the left side on, and I clamp it with my hand. So I'm kind of clamping it together, and I'll look at the hole and I'll move it around until this hole is lined up, and the screw will drop in, and it makes it really easy to put the gun back together then. Take a long screwdriver, just get that started. You don't want to go all the way tight with it yet, otherwise it gets a little difficult to line up the rear hole. Same thing, I'm still holding the gun clamped together with my hand, and I'm moving this around a little bit. I'm also going to check operation to make sure everything seems to be working properly, and then I'll put that back screw in. And here's, on this, when you do this back screw, that's why you don't tighten that front one, is because you have to get that lined up with the end cap. So I'm using my pinky there to kind of push the end cap in too, to get that screw started. Then you go ahead and tighten that down, not terribly tight. Tighten this one down. You want to be careful so you don't scar up the front of your trigger guard. You'll see guys that have had their guns apart, you'll see the paint missing from right there because this clearance is so close. And we'll just tighten that down a little bit. Give another little tighten here on the back. And then we left this just a little bit loose so we could adjust our sights, but I'm going to tighten it down a little bit now. We put our grip frame on, our grip screw. And there it is. 2240 disassemble assembly. Works fine now. Of course, while you're at it, you would have done some valve work. You would have worked on, I mean, there's a reason to take the gun apart. If it's leaking, you might take the valve apart. And that's how you do a 2240 disassembly, reassembly. Lots of tricks to get them to shoot really good. A steel breech is always nice to add. A steel breech or an aluminum breech. Of course, putting a scope on them helps. One of our muzzle brakes is always a great idea. So I guess here comes the selling part of this whole video. Is we make a muzzle brake that slides right on. Really makes the gun really pleasant to shoot. Slides right down. Set screws. There's a couple of set screws in it. Doesn't make the gun that much longer. You would need to add a front sight pin if you want to use open sights. Really quiets the gun down. We have a new carbon fiber finish that's a really nice finish. We're really happy with the new stuff. And you can still get the end cap off. You can still get a CO2 cartridge in there on the standard 2240. Just makes a nice handy gun that's nice and quiet. And so there you go. The TKO muzzle brakes are $44 for this. They fit all of the Crossman 22XX guns, the Discovery, even some of the pump-up guns with a longer barrel. So that's my video. Hope you enjoy it, and If you have any questions on disassembly, reassembling your gun, feel free to send me an email or give me a call. You can find our information on www.tko22.com. And thanks for watching. Have a good day.